Hi, I'm Larissa with Larissa Photography here again. I am reviewing a product by Designs by Jen. This is the Suave album. As you can see, there's like different templates for each of the pages. There's 20 pages here in the book cover file. And I'm just going to show you how it works in Photoshop and just talk about the product and give you kind of my opinion on the product and how it works. So I'm going to go ahead and start by opening two files. Just a two-page spread here. They're just two separate, they're each separated one page per file, so I like to do them as spreads so I can see what it's going to look like together. Okay, start by opening your files, and then I have a few files from one of my clients in here, so I'm just going to drag that photo, and obviously you can see it's like hiding behind there, so I'm going to take the layer that I just dragged and I'm going to drag it up and put it underneath the layer that has the red highlighting around the eyeball. That is the that's the layer for the image file. So just by dragging it underneath there, it automatically puts it into the clipping mask for you. So there's that. It's pretty easy there. And now this one's got multiple photos on it, so it might be a little trickier. You start by opening your photo, you drag it onto the file. She looks like a Jindale. Okay, you drag it over there, and then over here on the right hand side under the layers palette, you'll see that I've got several highlighted layers. Each one is for one of these boxes that the photo can go into, and she has them labeled number 1, number 2, and number 3. So you just, I guess, pick which one you want to do. I'm going to drag this over number 1 and put it above there, and it drops it into number 1. Now all you can see here is her arm, so what you're going to have to do is resize the image. To do that, you're going to want to push Control T, and that'll open up your transform tool. I'm going to zoom out a little bit by pushing Control minus, and then you can see the little toggles here, and you click shift and you, oops, I didn't push shift. You push shift and then you drag the image down to size, and you can move it, shift, and then drag, and that's how you can get it to the size that you want it to be, and then click enter when you're finished. So that's relatively easy there. And the next one, I'm going to go ahead and drag it into here, and again I'm going to have to put it on the right layers. So the next one here is number 2 holder, and I'm going to drag it above there, and then Control T to transform, and I'm going to shift and drag to get it down to the right size. I'm just going to leave it right there. And the last image, I'm going to drag that over here, and we're going to, on the right hand side, we're going to drag that over the underneath the last red one, and Control T, shift and drag, shift and drag. Okay, so you can see it's pretty easy to use, even for the layouts that have more than one photo. The only thing I think could be confusing for some people is determining which photo goes in which space, because not all the layouts are going to have them in a row like this, so it's not as easy to know this is number 1, this is number 2, this is number 3. So I think that could be confusing. It might be better if each of the layers had underneath that photo, I'm going to turn one of these photos off, if on this black portion here there was like a number indicating which layer that is. So if you saw that number, you know for sure on this side which of these is the right one. But other than that, it's really pretty easy to understand. I didn't have a problem, and I've done several of her different layouts. So if you know Photoshop at least a little bit, you should be able to pretty easily navigate through here. It might take a little time the first few times if you're new to Photoshop, but honestly I think that anyone even just beginning in Photoshop could pick it up with just a little bit of practice. So pretty easy to use, and you could have a whole album designed in little or no time here. So it's a pretty cool product, and just read the rest of my review on Designs by Jen and how her system works. It's a really cool product, and I am impressed with it. So that's my review on this product, Designs by Jen. And